So basically, as you guys probably see from the title, this story is about the time I found out I was the side chick. All right, and I do not condone being the side chick. I found out yeah, I found out that I wasn't the only girl, so this is what happened. All right, so it was my senior year of high school, so this is like 2013. You know, it was near like the holidays time when all this happened, so it was 2013 going into 2014, and I was dating. But if you would have asked me back in the day, this was my boyfriend, I was in love with him. Like, I was like, it's gonna be me and Michael against the world. Like, shoot, you know, a little crazy. This was young me. This was 17-year-old me, so I get a pass for this. But anyway, so me and Michael, I feel like everything was good. Like, yeah, we were kicking it, and it was literally, this was Christmas Eve. This is what makes this story completely crazy. It's Christmas Eve. I am at home in my bed chilling with my family, and then I get a call from somebody, and all, like, on the phone, all I hear is this Jamesia? And I was like, yeah. And then so the person on the phone was like, well, are you talking to or dating Michael? I was like, yeah. Well, I just thought that I should let you know that I'm his ex, and we've been talking and kicking it, and I just feel like you should know. So I was like, alright, cool. Hung up the phone. Because at this point, I was livid. And then I found out that little shawty that was on the phone, her name is, for this story, Samantha. Of course, the first thing I do is, well, I text Michael. He was taking too long to text me back, so I had to text my friend, and that is Veronica. So I had to hit up Veronica, I had to text her, and she called me, and I was like, I don't know what to do, because this girl just hit me up saying her name's Samantha, and she's Michael's ex, and they've been kicking it, and I don't know what to do. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, I got so much stuff I want to say, but I don't even know how to say it, because, like, it's not gonna come out my mouth right, because I might have to fight her. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And she was like, all right, calm down, call her on three-way, and I'm gonna talk to her. I was like, okay, cool, we got that, I got that. So, you know, get my phone. Back then I was team Android, I didn't have an iPhone back then, but you know, I got Veronica on the phone, and I called Samantha, link it up, three-way, cool. Veronica talking. So she did the whole interrogation for me, and I was just sitting there on the phone, silent. Like, there was literally nothing that I could say at this point in time, because I was still in utter shock. So then she was like, so you're saying that you talked to Michael and this and da 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 da, whatever. She's like, you know, trying to figure out the situation. And she was like, yeah, that was my ex, and we stopped talking, but now we're talking again, and we're gonna be back together, and I just thought your friend should know. She was like, all right, cool. So we got her little whole side of the story or whatever, talking about that they've been kicking it again for like a couple months now or whatever. Well, not a couple months, well, she said like a month, so that would take it back to a month from then, Thanksgiving time. Light bulb flashing in my head, like ding. So I saw it like Monday morning. I get text like from Michael's phone talking about I'm still in love with my ex Samantha, so I don't think we should talk anymore. So I texted him. I was like, then it's another text right after we're talking about that wasn't me, don't ignore that message. So I talked to him the next day, because I remember it was Monday and I was in class, and then I was texting him. I was like, what was that? And he was like, oh, it was my cousin. She was trying to be funny, and she was playing on my phone. Like, she knows that that's not even true. Don't worry about that. So yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So now we're gonna go back to December, and I'm like, and I had to scroll through my messages real quick, and I was like, hold on, Samantha is the same name that I was texted a month ago when I was told not to be worried about Samantha. So I was like, just wait till this Negro text me back, call me back, because I'm coming for him. So then he finally texted me, and then he was like, hold the F up, like, hold on, I'm gonna talk to you. So then he called me, he texted me, I don't remember, whatever, we was talking. And then he was like, don't worry about her, she's crazy, I don't know how she got your number, I don't want to be with her, I want to be with you, don't worry about shawty. Like, she's honestly delusional. So in my head again, I'm like, all right, cool, everything's good. Like, shawty crazy and trying to mess up something that's good. Like, what's up with her? And then, so everything was good. Christmas went on. You know, Christmas came and went. It was like, I want to say like 2-3 days later. It's about the 27th, 28th. And there was this really big basketball tournament. Basically, like, the best high schools around, they were all competing in this basketball tournament. So me and Veronica decided we were gonna go to this basketball game. So, you know, we skirt pull up, and we're saying it's a long line, like, yeah, so it's a really long line. Everybody's trying to get in, like, you know, it was just like this was the move. Like, everybody's mama, daddies, aunties, grandmas. Like, my school wasn't even competing in this, but, you know, I was just trying to go to make a move, to be out, be seen, be cute, you know, whatever, you know how it go. So we're in line. Veronica's over there, you know, trying to be all flirty with this little boy or whatever, and then I'm just standing there like, okay, whatever, like, I'm trying to get in this game so I can see it. Then I get a call, and I look at the number for a second, and I was just like, I've seen this number before, but I don't know whose number it is. And then it clicks to me that this is the number that called me on Christmas Eve. So I was like, this is Samantha, why is she calling me? So I answer, and then on the phone is Michael. Michael called me from Samantha's phone, y'all. So I was just like, hello? And he was just like, Jamesia, I'm sorry, like, I just been talking to Samantha, and I feel like I want to work on my relationship with her and get back with her, and I don't want to be with you anymore. So at this point in time, I said, alright, cool, hung up. Because when I get pissed, like, I get silent. That's my first reaction to anger, is silence. So I got silent, and then I said, Veronica, let's go. So she's like, what you mean? Like, first of all, we're just standing outside, we're not even in the game, but she's like, I don't know, you know, like, your friend just kicking with somebody, and like, they just gotta ruin your mood. I had to ruin her. I had to ruin her flow. She might have found a husband, and I messed it up, but I was pissed. So I was like, we going, let's go. So I go storming off to the car, and she come by me, she's like, what's wrong, what's wrong? I was like, when we get to the car, I'm gonna tell you. So we get in the car. I don't even know how to open my door, because I just remember slamming stuff. Like, I was like opening the door, like banging on the steering wheel, and she was like, hold on, what is going on? So I had to tell her about this phone call that I just got, with the fact that Michael just called me off Samantha's phone, and I was livid. Like, at this point, I was steaming. I was ready to literally, like, blow something up. Like, I was just like, somebody gotta go. Like, somebody gotta die today. Like, my anger needs to get out. She was like, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Let's she was like, can you drive? Are you sure you can drive? I was like, yeah, I can drive. I can drive. I'm good. Don't worry about it. So we go and we head over to Victoria's house, because there was nowhere, like, I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go to Veronica's house because I'm really close to Veronica's dad, so he's gonna see me like upset, like, oh, what's going on, da da da. I didn't want to see my parents, because I was probably gonna punch the wall of the house, and they're gonna be mad, and I was gonna be grounded and all the other stuff. Like, I was just like, so we went over to Victoria's house. So then Victoria gets in the car, like, she just hops in the car, like, we're literally sitting in my car in her driveway, and then, like, I couldn't even tell her the story. She's like, wait, what's going on? And then I was like, you tell her. So then Veronica has to break down the story from beginning to end, about what happened. And then so then she was like, girl, first off, you're better than that. Don't worry about him. Don't let him, you know. Victoria is the calm friend. She's the one that is gonna bring you down, bring peace and love and joy to your life. You need a friend like Victoria, I'm telling you. Because at this point, so I was like, you guys, you know what, you're right, I'm gonna take the high road. So I was like, I'm gonna write him a text. I literally wrote like a 3-paragraph essay, like in my phone, like typing. And I was so calm, I was so nice, I did not cuss. I was pulling out my SAT vocabulary words, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so sweet. Like, that's how you know when I'm mad, when I start typing something for like really long. I was like, how dare you treat me like this? This is such, like, I can't even remember the words I used. Like, I was using big words, I barely even knew what they meant, but I was using them just to sound smart. I went home chilling. Then I get a text from Michael. Michael's like, I'm sorry, I never meant to do this to you, like, it just happened. And I was just like, it's just messed. Like, then I'm texting him back like, yo, it's just messed up because you told me like a few days ago, don't be worried about shawty, like she's crazy, like you're a liar, like, and I can't vibe with that. Like, I cannot vibe with you if you're a liar. Like, that's dead, that's completely dead. And then he was like, I understand. And then I was like, and the fact that you called me off of her phone, like you were with her and she like made you call me, like that's really messed up. And he told me, he was like, no, I wasn't even with her, I was at the basketball game. What? So me and him were at the same basketball game. He was like, I was at the game and she was texting me, and then she was like, I'm finna call her, and then she called me and we were on, like, she put me on 3-way. So I'm like, this girl had me on 3-way. What the? I was like, all right, cool. So at this point, like, me and him, we were like, we can still be cool, we can be friends, it was whatever. Like, I was like, whatever, like, it's cool, like, I don't need no beef in my life. So like I said, like, this was my dude. Like, he played basketball, I went to some of his basketball games, and then so I had his basketball schedule. This is where I had to be petty. So I saw that his school was playing her school, because we all went to different high schools. I saw his school was playing her school in a couple of weeks, in like 2 weeks, like from when like we got back to school. So I was like, I'm gonna go to that game. And like, me and him were still texting, we were still cool, it was whatever. But so I guess at this point I made myself the side chick once I found out that I was a side chick. But in reality, like, we were both the side chick. I go to his basketball game, I got my squad. Veronica and Victoria were busy, but you know, I had to bring out some other friends, some other ride or dies. We was ready to if we had to, you know how we rocking, you know. We was ready, we was posted, we was at the game, we was looking real cute right in the front. And she saw me, like, you know, she talking with her friend, and then she see me, and then she's just like, and then at this point I'm like confused, because I'm like, how does this girl even know, like, how does this girl even know how I look? Like, I've never seen her a day in my life. Like, only reason I know how she looked, well, I mean, yeah, I creeped really hard and I was stalking and I found her on Instagram, and I had to put 1 and 2 together, and I figured out, like, this has to be the girl. So, and that day when I got that dirty look at the basketball game, I was like, yeah, that's her. So then I was like, dang, like, and I was like, how she know how I look? And she probably creeped on my Instagram or whatever. And then I found out that she was creeping on my Instagram. So yeah, the basketball game is over, whatever. I was there being petty. She ain't say nothing. She ain't say nothing to me, I ain't say nothing to her. She was trying to post up after the game, and I was like, girl, bye. And then I went home. So then a few days later, like, my Instagram was on public, and I was like, you know what, I'm put my Instagram on private, because that's how this girl probably trying to creep on me, keep tabs on me, and whatever. Like, I ain't even worth it, I'm above this, like, it's whatever. The first person I have a follow request from, when it has only been like 10 minutes at the max since I put my Instagram on private, is Veronica. And I'm like, this girl really worried about me. She like, why is she so worried about me? Like, she really needs to just calm down. And then, so yeah, so that's that. So then whatever, life goes on. Like, me and Michael stopped talking. Like, I wasn't texting him no more, I wasn't hanging out with him, like, whatever. I don't know about them, don't really care. And then the gag is, within the next year, while I was a freshman in college, both of them were just seniors in high school. Yeah, because she's a year younger than me, and me and him are the same age. But you know that my mama held me back when I was in 3rd grade stuff. Yeah, that's my, yeah, he started dating somebody else. They weren't even together no more. But hold up, he had a whole nother chick while he was dating somebody that was not me or Samantha. He got a whole nother chick pregnant. So let's just do all that math. So basically, moral of the story is, we was both the side chicks, shawty. So if you see this, I just thought you should know that we was both the side chicks. And if you still mad, then I guess you can still be mad. I really don't care. But obviously, if you gonna beef with me, we gonna beef forever.